Woof. A rare off night for the Washington Capitals as they lose to the St. Louis Blues 5-2, or at least 4-2 with the empty netter. Let's get into it, babes. It was not particularly pretty. First period, the Blues strike first. Offer sheet guy from the Edmonton Oilers, Philip Broberg. His fifth goal of the season for the young defenseman, and so the Blues are up 1-0. But Pierre-Luc Dubois, as he so often does, has an answer for the Caps just a few minutes later. Beautiful passing play here as Pierre-Luc Dubois carries the puck into the Blues zone, dishes it to Connor McMichael, and McMichael sends it across to Taylor Raddysh. Pierre-Luc Dubois heads to the net, and Taylor Raddysh hits PLD in front, and Pierre-Luc Dubois with the beautiful move to beat the Blues netminder. Forehand, backhand for the left-handed shot, and it is all tied up at 1-1. But the Caps, just a couple of minutes after that, they give up another goal to Philip Broberg. Sixth goal of the season now here for the young Blues defenseman, makes it 2-1 for his club. The Edmonton Oilers could probably use a kid like that. Second period, Connor McMichael again has got the answer for the Caps, and this goal is basically all Mikey here for his 21st of the season already for the young forward. Just beats two Blues defenders along the wall. What can you say? I mean, the Blues defenders on that one, they get danced, they get walked. Mikey gets around both of them. Strong puck play along the boards there from the young kid. And like I said, he beats two guys here along the wall, and then he just walks in and rips it. Beats the Blues netminder to tie this game up at 2 for the Caps. And yeah, Mikey, he basically just decided here to do this all himself. He just pretty much decided that he was going to tie this game up right here, right now. Assists on the goal to Matt Roy and Ethan Frank. But yeah, just a beautiful individual play here by Connor McMichael. And it would have been great if that goal could have stood up as the game-tying goal for the young kid. Unfortunately, less than a minute later, the Caps, they give up another quick goal here to another offer sheet guy, again from the Edmonton Oilers, in Dylan Holloway. Dylan Holloway, his 18th goal of the season already for the young kid. That is exactly the type of guy that the Edmonton Oilers would love to have on their team right now, I will tell you that much. But yeah, Holloway, he puts his new team, the St. Louis Blues, up 3-2. And this is really where this game falls apart for the Washington Capitals, as they are unfortunately asleep on the next shift here as well. And Colton Parayko makes them pay with his 14th goal of the season, putting the Blues up now 4-2. And that is how the second period would end. And then in the third period, not much happening at all here for either side. Really not much happening at all in this game, really. It was a very low shooting affair here. Just 19 shots for the St. Louis Blues, just 18 shots for the Washington Capitals. So not a lot happening really throughout this entire game. Very low shot affair, like I said. Both teams not giving up a lot of shots. But yeah, the Blues, at the very end, at the end of the day, they come up with the empty net goal at the end of the third period here for your final score, 5-2. And it is Jake Neighbors with the empty net goal for his 15th goal of the season. So 5-2, your final score. The St. Louis Blues beat the Washington Capitals. And yeah, babes, I mean, not much to say here. Really just not a great performance. The boys, they really didn't have it together very much tonight at all. It was just an off night for them, if we're being completely honest. But they have not had a lot of those all season. So I think we can let this one slide. They have played extremely well all season in general. So you're going to have nights like this, you know, at points throughout the season when it is an 82-game season. So not much you can do there. It is unfortunate to drop a couple of games in a row in regulation. Not something that the Caps have done very much at all this season. They have seldom lost 2 games in a row, period. Be it, you know, overtime or shootout loss. They really don't lose 2 in a row very much at all. And certainly not 2 in a row in regulation. So a rare occurrence here for the Washington Capitals, dropping 2 straight in regulation. But you know what? I think we will be just fine. So we will, like I said, let this one slide and see what they can do in these next few games coming up. But yeah, not a great performance tonight. All right, babes, that is going to be it for this one. Quick video here today, as not a lot of positives really to talk about. And like I said, I don't want to be too hard on the boys as they have played extremely well all season. So yeah, we will see what happens in the next game against the Tampa Bay Lightning, as well as in the games after that. But for now, not much to say here for this one. Babes, just wanted to thank you all so much for being here. As always, I appreciate it so much. If you liked the video, please go ahead and click on that like button. I would appreciate that so much. If you really liked the video, go ahead and click on that subscribe button as well. If you haven't done so already, we would love to have you along here with us for this ride, covering every Washington Capitals game this season and going forward, hopefully into the Stanley Cup playoffs as well. I think that's a pretty safe bet at this point that the Caps will be there. They will be in the Stanley Cup playoffs. So love to have you all here along with us for this ride. It has been a blast. Mwah. Thank you all so much again. And until next time, babes. And as always, let's go, Caps.